I'm dropping my phone everywhere. Hey guys, I'm giving a minute for people to be able to get the notification and come on. Hey Brian, how you doing, man? Brother? How you been? Good to see ya. Let me hit the little wave button there. There we go. Pretty amazing how I can drive like this, right? Ha! Just kidding. Not driving. Lila Shaw, how are you? Great to have you on. Doing pretty good. There you go. Wave. Wave. Hey, Lila, I hope that you guys are finding a way to stay cool out there in Arizona. No, that's fine. You can say Jesse King time. I kind of like how that came out anyway, so maybe I'll just leave it like that. So I saw that Dave had posted the other day the forecast for Arizona, and it was like the low was like 110. It's pretty solid. It's pretty warm. That's frying eggs outside on the sidewalk weather right there. Hey Renita, hey D. It's a wonder that your air conditioners can continue to work in heat like that. That's impressive. I'm sure you are melting. That's ridiculous. 110. It doesn't. I mean, it gets pretty humid here, obviously, but we don't have to deal with 120 degree weather. Hey, Julie, good to see ya. I hope you are doing very well. It's been in the 90s here, pretty humid. Is it gonna be a high of hell today? I think they should do that. That's hilarious. I'm sure that's been done. High of hell. Caleb Hires, what's going on, brother? You guys rock. All right, I'm gonna get started. I'm running out of time. I would just come on here and just talk to you guys. Well, that's basically what I do anyway. It's good to reconnect with you all. I haven't seen you guys or interacted with you all in quite a long time, so it's really good to see you and be able to interact with you guys again. And you guys all rock. But I wanted to share that the other day I had a vision as I was spending some time with the Lord of a volcano, and this volcano, it was erupting, and I've kind of sat on this for a couple of days and just kind of asked the Lord about it and this and that. And what I felt like the Lord had wanted me to share that, and I'll share the sense that I get about that I'll show that right now. I got nothing else to say, so let's get on with it. I saw a vision of a volcano, and it was erupting, and the lava was flowing over the sides, and it was just kind of wreaking havoc on the immediate area around it. And it was scorching, it was causing pain, it was wounding, and it was nothing really good was coming of this. And what I sense the Lord was saying is that there's many of us who are feeling right now in this time that we are the volcanoes, and there are some things that are erupting from within us that not very good things, and they're causing some pain, and they're causing some woundedness in the people who are around us, and in the atmosphere, and in the environment that's around us, in our immediate circumstances. There are some things coming out of us, some things erupting that aren't very beneficial in our lives or to anybody who interacts with us during this time. You may have had a few bad days, may have had a bad week, bad month, bad year. but I think that we can all relate. I haven't had a particularly great day today. There was a large portion of today where I wasn't enjoying life very much, and there's some different pressures and some different things going on. But I am reading through the beginning of Ephesians right now, and the Lord really highlighted a passage to me in Ephesians 2, and it's like, when the Lord was showing me about this volcano, we can be at our very worst. We can be bringing a lot of pain to a lot of different people, or there can be woundedness inside of us that are just kind of seeping over. Maybe there's wounds that we didn't really recognize were there, and we're just kind of now being able to see it. We're being able to see how they've affected people around us, and how the wounds that we have kind of caused pain in different people. And so sometimes when we begin to see those things, or when we're just kind of feeling off and not having a very good time, we can start to feel down on ourselves, and we want to be better, and we want to get a handle on these things, and we want to heal, and we want to be people who display the love of God to the people around us and to the world around us. But it just seems so hard sometimes. And then when we see that we're causing pain, that some of our negative behaviors are causing pain to people, that can be really hard to take, and so we can start to get down on ourselves. However, if you read through Ephesians chapter 2, you get to verse 4, where it says, "But God." Paul says to the Ephesians, "But God." And I want to read that to you. All right? So he's talking to the Ephesians, and he says, so imagine you're causing pain to the people around you. Some of the things that have been hidden inside of you, they're bleeding over in your life, and they're causing some pain to the people in the environment around you. "But God, so rich is he in his mercy, because of and in order to satisfy the great and wonderful and intense love with which he loved us, even when we were dead by our own shortcomings and trespasses, he made us alive together in fellowship and in union with Christ." This is the Amplified, so I'll read the bracketed part. "He gave us the very life of Christ himself, the same new life with which he quickened him. For it is by grace, his favor and mercy, which you did not deserve, that you are saved, delivered from judgment, and made partakers of Christ's salvation. And he raised us up together with him and made us sit down together, giving us joint seating with him in the heavenly sphere, by virtue of our being in Christ Jesus, the Messiah, the Anointed One. He did this that he might," now get this, "he did this that he might clearly demonstrate through the ages to come the immeasurable, limitless, surpassing riches of his free grace, his unmerited favor, and his kindness and goodness of heart toward us in Christ Jesus." Man, that's some good stuff. That can shift your entire perspective. It should shift your entire perspective. In the midst of all of our self-inflicted negativity, or in the midst of all of our negative behavior patterns that we want to change, that we want to be healed, but God, in the midst of all that, but God, his immeasurable, limitless, surpassing riches of his free grace, his unmerited favor, in his kindness and goodness of heart toward us, in the midst of all that, towards us, the goodness of his heart. You are so precious to him. In the midst of all of that junk, you are so precious to him. And when you take a moment to be reminded of that, and you take a moment to be refreshed by that, you can be an erupting volcano of garbage, and you are so precious to him. You are so precious to him. And you could have such a hard time viewing yourself in that way, and viewing yourself like that through his eyes. But when you put on the eyes of Christ, when you realize and are reminded of your oneness with him, your perfect unity with him, you can't help but see things through his eyes. And you will see yourself in that light. That no matter what is going on inside of you, no matter what needs to be healed, no matter how much pain that you've inflicted on others, no matter how many times you've gotten it wrong, gone down the wrong path, did this, zagged when you should have zigged, you are so precious to him. He gave you everything. Like, that is all for you, but God has seated you with him in the heavenly places. He is so pleased with you. And if you can let that sink into your heart, no matter what's going on, it can instantly shift your entire attitude, and it will. And it's not new revelation, it's remembered, it's reconnected revelation. It might be new to you, but it's been there. And you're reminded of it, and you say, "Oh yeah, that is who I am. Oh yeah, I am connected to that. Oh yeah, I am one with him. Oh yeah, I do have unsurpassable worth and value. So I hope that lifts you up, and I hope that encourages you, because we all need to take a step back sometimes and just remember those things. Because I think I said it last night, we have enough voices telling us how terrible we are. Let's take all the voices, let's listen to the voices who tell us how great we are, and how loved we are, and how valued we are. I think that's it. I thought there was something else I was going to say, but I don't think so. I think that is all. Yeah, I'm going to shut it off and then remember what I was going to say. No, it's good. Anyway, you guys rock, and I hope you have a great night. And view yourselves through the lens of love, and just let that guard your heart. Love you guys. Have a wonderful night. See ya.